some years ago, somebody was sitting down with me and having a cup of tea, and we were discussing, retirement as just subject. Well, we are past 50 years, so sometimes, that subject comes up, but, we have a prime minister that's almost double my age, so I shouldn't be thinking of retirement. Anyway, we were having a chat about retirement, and I have a few old cars, and I'm quite happy with my old cars, but, this friend of mine was sitting down and saying, he's kind of disappointed with some of his cars in the last few years, because after the warranty they give a little bit of problems, and then he doesn't like going up and down workshops, and he's worried about whether the workshops are cheating him or so. Of course, there have been cases of all kinds of problems going on in workshops. So he asked me a question. He said, if I were to retire tomorrow, what do you think I should buy? So I told him, I said, it all depends on your finances. How much money you got, what kind of retirement plan do you have? And I'm not a financial planner, but I know I'm a car guy. So I said, you got to buy something that's reliable, something that's not going to give you any problems, something that's going to see you years of trouble-free motoring as much as possible, and something that is, simple enough yet safe enough yet entertaining enough. It doesn't have to be very fast, because you're in retirement mode and you still need space to, once in a while bring the family out, whether they've gone away or they come back. And he did say, my children will be going overseas to study, so when they come back, I like to pick them up from the airport and things like that, and relatives visiting and things like that. So he wants something with a bit of space. So I couldn't really give him a firm answer, because he didn't give me a firm profile of what he's looking at in terms of finances. I think he didn't want me to know how much money he actually had. But the thing is, then he turned around and said, okay, Daniel, in your position, if tomorrow you were to retire and you had to buy a new car, not a second-hand car, because mine are all old cars. He said, if you had to buy a new car in your present financial situation, what would you buy? And it's difficult for me to answer this question, especially on camera, because I deal with so many car brands. Of course, we all like those exotic cars and those fast cars, and those big cars and small cars and whatever else. But when I thought about it and said, okay, I need a car that's reliable, able to go and pick up people from the airport once in a while, or maybe the bus station, take a drive, one day just wake up and say, hey, I want to go outstation and visit somebody, or someone is ill and I need to go and visit them suddenly 300 kilometers away. I had to consider all this. So I came up with one car. And it's funny, because when I came up with that one car, it just happened to be the best selling car in the world for the last 52 years. Can you imagine? 52 years, uncontested best selling car in the world. And on top of that, it's a car that has never failed its ownership. If you talk to a lot of owners, they will never say anything against this car or the brand. And the JD Power survey, which used to run for years, have always had this car, this brand, and it's top 3, top 5 as the most reliable, most dependable, and good resale value and everything else. So this is not really a car review. This is basically my impression, my personal thoughts on a car that I think will be great as an all-rounder without any judgment on any other brand. And that's the Toyota Corolla. I'm driving the brand new Toyota Corolla Altis 1.8. I mean, this car came out a few months ago. People talked about, it doesn't have enough tech, it doesn't have this, doesn't have that. Well, Toyota is very simple. I will not overload this car with too much tech, because I want it to be reliable and dependable for as long as possible. Number 2, I give you enough entertainment, enough luxury features like, car charger, onboard car charger, electric seats, a nice drivetrain, power steering, multifunction steering wheel, all the information you need up here, sports mode when you want to get a little bit of speed. You got room at the back, you got luggage room at the back, and you got a dependable car. It's really a no-brainer, but I'm not saying it's just for retired people. It's also for a lot of people out there who just want a no-brainer. That means it ticks all the boxes, it gets it right, it keeps getting it right 52 years. The new Toyota Corolla Altis, and it looks good now. You know, the design has always been evergreen, but this time they've taken a little bit of the edge. They've got that, you know, that sporty influence in it, and it's up to you. Take it for a test drive and decide for yourself. Don't just listen to us and listen to everybody else on YouTube. You take it for a test drive and you decide if the Toyota Corolla Altis is the right car